Hello! This video is created for those preparing for the IELTS speaking test. There are two kinds of video available, a self-test video and a video with answers provided. We wish you the best of luck with your IELTS exam preparations. Where is your favorite place to sit? My favorite place to sit is in a cozy armchair by the bay window in my living room. It's perfectly positioned to catch the morning sunlight, making it an ideal spot for reading or simply enjoying a cup of coffee while watching the world go by. The chair is wonderfully comfortable, with just the right amount of support, and I've adorned it with a soft throw and a couple decorative cushions. From this vantage point, I can see my small garden, which adds to the tranquil atmosphere. It's my go-to place for relaxation and contemplation. Do you always sit down for a long time? No, I make a conscious effort not to sit down for extended periods. As someone who works primarily at a desk, I'm aware of the health risks associated with prolonged sitting. I try to follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, I take a 20-second break and move around or look at something 20 feet away. Additionally, I use a standing desk for part of my workday and make sure to take regular walks. That said, there are times when I do get engrossed in a task or a good book and find myself sitting for longer than intended. But I try to make these instances the exception rather than the rule. Do you feel sleepy when you are sitting down? It depends on the context and time of day. If I'm sitting down to work or engage in an interesting activity, I generally don't feel sleepy. However, if I'm sitting in a warm, comfortable place during a lull in the afternoon or after a heavy meal, I can sometimes feel a bit drowsy. I've noticed that my energy levels are higher when I alternate between sitting and standing or incorporate some light movement. In the evenings, sitting down to read or watch television can make me feel sleepy, which is actually beneficial as it helps signal to my body that it's time to wind down for the night. When you were a kid, did you usually sit on the floor? Yes, as a child, I spent a considerable amount of time sitting on the floor. It was the preferred spot for many activities, playing with toys, watching cartoons, or even doing homework. I remember sprawling out on the living room carpet with my coloring books or Lego sets. Sitting on the floor felt natural and comfortable. It provided me more space for creative play. At school, we often had circle time, where the whole class would sit on the floor for storytelling or group discussions. I think this floor-sitting habit contributed to the flexibility and comfort with informal settings that I still have today. I'd like to talk about Brazil, a country whose culture has long fascinated me and about which I'm eager to learn more. Brazil is the largest country in South America, occupying almost half of the continent. It's located in the eastern part of South America, bordering the Atlantic Ocean and sharing borders with nearly every other South American country except Chile and Ecuador. My interest in Brazil was initially piqued through its vibrant presence in global popular culture. The rhythms of samba and bossa nova, the spectacle of carnival, and the country's passion for football. As I began to learn more, I became intrigued by Brazil's rich history, diverse population, and unique blend of indigenous, African, and European influences. There are several reasons why I want to know more about Brazil. Firstly, I'm fascinated by the country's incredible biodiversity, particularly the Amazon rainforest. Understanding how Brazilians view their relationship with nature and how they're addressing environmental challenges could offer valuable insights for global conservation efforts. Secondly, Brazil's multicultural society intrigues me. The way different cultures have merged to create a uniquely Brazilian identity seems to offer a model for cultural integration that could be relevant in our increasingly globalized world. I'm also keen to explore Brazil's artistic traditions more deeply, From literature to visual arts, Brazilian creators have made significant contributions to world culture, often blending traditional and modern elements in innovative ways. Additionally, I'm curious about Brazil's social and economic dynamics. As one of the world's largest economies, yet one that faces significant social inequities, Brazil's development story could provide important lessons about the challenges and opportunities of rapid growth in a diverse society. Lastly, the Brazilian concept of jetinho, kind of creative problem solving and flexibility, intrigues me as a unique cultural approach to life's challenges. In essence, Brazil represents a microcosm of many global issues: environmental conservation, cultural diversity, economic development, and social equality. Understanding these aspects of Brazilian culture could provide valuable insights into addressing similar challenges on a global scale. What do you think is the best way to learn about a foreign culture? I believe the most effective way to learn about a foreign culture is through immersion. Living in the country, interacting with locals on a daily basis, and experiencing the culture firsthand provides insights that are difficult to gain through other means. This approach allows you to observe and participate in daily life, understand subtle cultural nuances, and learn the language in its natural context. However, recognizing that long-term immersion isn't always feasible, I think a combination of approaches works well. This could include studying the language, which often provides unique insights into the culture's mindset, consuming media from that culture, including literature, films, and music, and engaging with people from that culture, whether in person or online. Additionally, studying the history and sociology of the culture can provide important context for understanding current cultural practices and norms. Ultimately, a multifaceted approach that combines theoretical knowledge with practical experience is ideal for gaining comprehensive understanding of a foreign culture. What do you think is the biggest problem to work in a foreign country? While there are many challenges associated with working in a foreign country, I believe the most significant one is often cultural adaptation, particularly in terms of workplace norms and communication styles. Different cultures have varying expectations regarding hierarchy, decision-making processes, work-life balance, and even the way feedback is given and received. Misunderstandings in these areas can lead to conflicts or decreased productivity. Additionally, language barriers, even when everyone speaks a common language, can lead to subtle misinterpretations or difficulties in expressing complex ideas. Another major challenge can be dealing with homesickness and building a new social network, which can affect one's overall well-being and job satisfaction. Legal and administrative issues, such as obtaining necessary work permits and navigating unfamiliar bureaucratic systems, can also pose significant hurdles. Overcoming these challenges requires not just professional skills, but also a high degree of cultural intelligence, adaptability, and resilience. Some people say that reading is the best way to know about a culture. Do you agree? While reading is undoubtedly a valuable tool for learning about a culture, I wouldn't say it's the best way in isolation. Reading, particularly works by authors from the culture, can provide deep insights into the thoughts, values, and daily lives of people from within that culture. It allows for a nuanced understanding that can be difficult to achieve through other means. However, I believe a multifaceted approach is more effective. Reading should be complemented by other forms of learning, such as watching films, listening to music, studying the language, and ideally interacting with people from that culture. Each of these methods offers a different perspective and helps to create a more comprehensive understanding. Moreover, cultures are living, evolving entities. While books can provide a historical context and depth, they may not always reflect the most current aspects of a culture. Therefore, while reading is crucial, it should be part of a broader strategy for cultural learning that includes both theoretical knowledge and practical experience.